Hi everyone. Um, just a little bit of an update on the last session that we did on this area of the Gamma Cygni region. We produced this image, if you recall, last time, and what we're going to try and do now is look at a couple of masking techniques that I use in my workflow. There are others, but these are a couple that seem to work well for me, so I'm going to go through those with you tonight. What I've actually done is I've renamed this the original so that we can compare this later when we've done some more work on this image. What we're going to try and do is, or what we aim to do, is to improve the nebulosity around the nebula, but in doing that we may start getting a little bit too bright areas around here, so we're going to do a different type of masking to bring those back down. To save a little bit of time, I've already taken the stars out. I've removed the stars which are there, ready to pop back in later when we've finished tweaking this image. The types of mask I'm going to be using is first it's a general luminosity mask, and then we're going to be looking at a more targeted mask, which they call the mask range selector, which I'm going to go through both of those with you tonight. So firstly we will choose our mask, our luminosity mask there, and here she is. So you can see a couple of bars on here. There's a handle of the descriptions there. I've renamed this one masking sample. You can see there. This has come up now, masking sample L for luminance mask. So what we do is we just grab this handle there and drag him over to the main image and release, and we can minimize this mask now and just pop him up here for safekeeping. You can tell now the red area, that's the mask that it's created, and basically what it means is when it's red, the red area is actually the protected area, and if I invert that particular mask, now we're protecting the colours of the nebula, the main nebula. If I invert it back again, we're protecting more of the darker tones, the sky, etc. What we need to do is we need to unshow the mask though. So we're protecting the darker areas at the moment. So we'll unshow the mask and we'll go into the generalized hyperbolic stretching tool that we used last time. Don't forget to bring up the live real-time preview there, and we'll set a symmetry point as we did last time as well, somewhere in the middle there, and send that down and give a little stretch. We don't want to do a big stretch. I'll over exaggerate it. That's a big stretch for far too much. So it's just the very subtle tweaks. We just want a little bit of the luminosity improving on this. So it's just a little tweak, and we'll apply that now, and we will reset. So that we're protecting the sky with the black areas. Now we're going to do the reverse now, and we're going to invert the mask. We're going to set a, probably go somewhere over here. I think we'll try this out first. Send. And again, a little tweak. You can see the sky there is just going a little bit darker. And we'll apply that and reset. We'll try that once more. Right over, probably select it there. It's just the same. You can actually click on the image or the histogram. So again, we'll send that to the stretch, and we'll again just tweak. Just gone a little bit darker with the sky. We'll apply it and reset. And I'm going to give it one more go on inverting the mask. Go somewhere over there. Can you see when I click the image, I've got my symmetry point there that's come up on the histogram. Just the same. It's as easy to do one or the other. You can do that up there. We can send that. So don't forget, we're protecting the sky again now. And we're going to try and get some of that velocity out of there. I think we'll try that. And reset. Okay. What you'll find now is, if we close that box off now, we can close this off for now. From the original image, if we just do a quick compare now. We've got a little bit more nebulosity here. They're very subtle, like I said, they're very subtle changes. But what we've done is, by doing that, we've blown out areas of the nebula here, which we're going to try and bring back with a different type of a masking technique, which is more targeted, like I say. So we'll minimize that again. We will remove this particular mask, and we're going to create now another mask using this tool here, which is the range selector. So what we need to do a preview again, a real-time preview. You can see there that it's just one big mask that's going to mask everything. So what we do is we lower the limit, and basically we're going to be selecting the area that's blown out, the shape. Keep an eye on the shapes that are blown out. You know, it's quite a large one. I'd say it was quite a large shape. We're going to do that roughly there. And then there's a smoothness. If we masked it now, you'd be sharp edge, and it'd be very how can I say, it'd be obvious, basically. It'd be obvious that you've made a mask. So what we're going to do is we're going to smooth out those edges, and you can see they'll blur now, and it'll be a better blend. So I go roughly about 3/4 the way up the scale there. So we apply that. Okay. Now that's produced our mask, so we can turn off this preview screen now. We can close that one, and this is the actual mask that we're going to be using now for that targeted area. And it's the same process as last time. You drag the mask onto the main image and minimize this and put him up here for safekeeping. I'm going to pop both my masks in the middle there. Okay. So again, if we look at the mask, we can show the mask and we're protecting the basically the dark sky and most of the nebula. And what we're going to tweak is the mask the right way around, because we want to improve that that blown out area. So we're going to unshow the mask, bring up the GHS, and we will select again somewhere in the middle of the data there, send, and don't forget to open the preview, and we're going to stretch. We're going to do a stretch there now to try and bring down. You can invert this. That's a good idea at this stage. We can invert it, and can you see there that we're bringing those that nervosity back down, getting those colours back. Obviously, if I go too far again, that shows you where the mask is concentrated. But they're very subtle. Like I said, they're very subtle. You just do this until you're happy. And I think that looks okay there. So we'll apply that and reset. Because basically what it's got a double stretch on there if you don't reset it. So we're resetting that now. Okay, I think we'll go with that. Close these boxes down. We'll take off the mask, remove the mask there, and we're ready to pop the stars back in and see, we'll compare the images then. So we go then to Pixel Math. We did this at the last tutorial, and if you remember, it's the expression editor. You select the masking sample, which is our main image, then plus the stars. Okay. We'll create a new image and just compare things from there and then apply. Okay, you can close this box now, and there's our new image. For now, I'm just going to minimize the starless image, and I'll open the original, compare. And I think what you may see, hopefully see, is that we've certainly got a little bit more darker sky around here, with a tiny, hardly noticeable to be fair, but a little bit more nebulosity. Maybe we just zoom in to an area there, just see. I think it's actually sharpened things up a little bit as well on the right hand image, the new image. Yeah, I think it's sharpened it up a little bit by doing that, by stretching it a little bit more. So that's about where we are. There's a couple of different ways to mask and different ways to use them and for what effect. So that's about me. I'm not going to save these images, but I will send the video on, and then you can make whatever you will. I hope you have a try at it, and don't give up with the masking. You know, try it again, and there's nothing wrong with going back to your luminance mask and having another go. It's really up to your individual how far he wants to go and how much time he wants to spend on these things. Okay, so that's me for now. I'll bid you farewell. Over and out.